Evening, people. Evening. Oh, hold on. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, me being a donut again. Got too many things open. So we're back tonight. If you looked at the Facebook feed from my page, don't pay any attention to that last post. I was a little bit preemptive on that one. I got my weeks mixed up. I thought this was the final week, but it's not. It's round 7, so we are back tonight for 2 races. We've got a 15-minute qualifier that's just kicked off, and we've got 2 races tonight. First race at Sainte Croix is the B circuit. I don't even know which way round that is. Okay, it's clockwise, and then we've got Watkins Glen South, or short. I'm assuming it's short because it does look shorter than the standard one. So 2 races for you guys. Again, I think qualifying has just kicked off, so we'll quickly get through the rest of it. So race 1, 15-minute qualifying, as it says there, 30-minute race, grid starts, and a false start is on as well, so you will get penalised if you try and jump the gun. And then we jump into race 2, which is a 30-minute race again. It's a reverse grid for race 2, and so false starts and grid starts are on for that one as well. And then points-wise, coming into tonight, Hirakram stomping his way up front, 234 points ahead of anybody else. Fat Pickles in second then with 167 points. We've got Fubuki in third with 142. Mocking Weeks in fourth with 131 points. P. Gibb in fifth with 123. Dylan in sixth with 117 points. Faithless Emo seventh in 112 points. Ebwin 420 in eighth with 112 as well, so joint seventh really with Faithless. Chewy D, that's not what he's called on here. He's called Donkey Chong on here. 97 points, 9th place for him. 10th is Manny. He's got himself 89 points. Battersby has got 27 points in 11th. P1 Don has got 25 points in 12th. Janio 13th with 11 points. IGTSH Dixon, I think he's only seen him in 1 round, so he's picked up 7 points. And the same for Hattalad. I think he dipped out early on in the season and not to be seen again. So that is points up until tonight. Still got t-shirts and stickers available, people. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com if you fancy any of those. Let me know. Get free stickers with a t-shirt anyway, so don't hit me up for both. If you just want a t-shirt, you get free stickers. So there it is, the track we're on course with now. Again, qualifying already underway. Just let me know you can hear me okay, cars and everything, you can hear everything, it's not too loud and stuff. So cars are, I say this every week, cars are attached to charities, the teams are attached to charities. We don't get much of a look at the minute. See the sparkle on the rear quarter, that is one of the charities we're assisting this season. So all the cars will have a charity attached to them for Buki. Wipers on, blazing sun out as well. Look, oh, those wipers on for Buki. And we do ask for donations throughout the season. And at the end of the season, all the money is tallied up, and whichever team with the charity on that takes the most points over the season, they will get the most money out of the donation. Second place, obviously, will get the next amount. I think it's like a 50-30-20 split or something, you know, don't quote me on that because I could be wrong. But if you want to make any donations, it's via PayPal at Dennis Shearer 1984, sorry, Dennis Shearer 1984 at Gmail, is it? Just get that right. Come on, where are you? Do a bit of an onboard lap as well, so just coming across the start finish line. Who are we on board with? Fubuki, yeah. lights on so you lot can see it all. Into turn 1, staying off that AstroTurf. Don't want all 4 wheels on there, it's a penalty if you do. Through turn 1, then up the hill, little kink to the right, and then a hard left at the top of the hill. Again, easy to run it out wide on the exit of this left-hander here. Carrying a little bit too much speed through it, just pushes you out wide. Straight on through here. Very, very many variations of this circuit. Down the hill then, a little tricky section, carrying a lot of speed through here. Want to try and carry as much speed as possible. You need to get this thing slowed down. Oh, and you've got to get that bit right. Again, you can see Fabuki just dipped a couple of wheels on the grass there, and there's a great big chunk of Armco waiting to catch you out. There's a little kink on this bridge as well in terms of not left or right, but in the transition between the sort of main road and the bridge section itself. Just kink the cars a little bit, and it's right on the exit there, right on the entrance of the bridge. You can catch them out then. So exiting the bridge through this tricky tightening right-hander, and a bit of a punch down the straight. Again, you'll see opportunities for overtaking down here for sure. You get a good exit out of that tight right, big long straight here. Kinks to the right a little bit and back up the hill. But can carry a lot of speed through here. Try and make the move into this right-hander at the top. Quite a wide circuit is Sainte Croix, but it's still a tricky one. You can see it undulates a little bit, a few sections of off camber. Through these S's then, a little kink to the left. Ooh. 4 wheels off the track there. Let's see whether he gets away with a penalty. Looks like he has. That final corner, so I've just been caught up with him starting that lap. There you go, Sainte Croix, race 1. So let's have a look at the other drivers and liveries. SADS Foundation on board for Donkey Chong then. MRC emblazoned at the side, the spaceship of the Citroen. Being harassed by Dylan on the other spaceship of the Citroen. So Battersby then. We are driven logo on the rear wing and on the roof there, so I'm assuming that's the charity he's covering. Hurricane is air ambulance. Ooh, there it is, right on the front. P-Gib, cancer research. Pickles when he comes out of the pits. Help for Heroes on the side, all over the bonnet. Don is what charity are you with, Don? Come on, give me a hint. Can't see it. Can't see any charitable logos. I don't think it's Maxwell or Black Man Heritage or whatever that says. Mocking Weeds, Help for Heroes, good livery, the NSX. And Don, he's air ambulance as well in the Citroen. So again, points tallied up over the season. Any of the donations given again will be tallied up at the end as well, and whichever teams win first, second and third, those points and money will be divvied out and given to the charities as said before. So let me just make sure I've got that email address correct. Come on, Mr. Sure. Okay, so it is, again it's DENNIS and then Schuer, SHOER 1984@gmail.com. So that's the email address to be dropping donations via PayPal. I'll put it all in the description of the video as well at the end once the race is finished. So let's have a look then. It is Dylan currently leading the way in this qualifying session. 10 minutes in, he's got himself a 2:18.4 as he just drops himself in the pits to get new tyres. He's done the same thing. Donkey Chong stays out in third, 2:19.9. So pretty long circuit here as well, Sainte Croix. of view with the Donkey Chong. Look around this cockpit, not a great deal to see, to be honest. Before it flicks to the rear view camera. Get a little more down without going haywire. Then 218.8 in the NSX. KS Battersby in one of the spaceships. 218.9 on board for him, 5th place on the grid. Eurocram, another spaceship. 219. 6 on the grid. P. Gibb, he's got a 219.2 as well, so 7th on the grid. Fat Pickles in the Sirocco, 219.3 for 8th. Don in 9th. 220.0. So can anyone catch up with Dylan? Fresh tyres on now. Last push at the end of this qualifying session. Getting out that is going to take him 2+ minutes plus a lap. Going to get one opportunity to try and better that time is Dylan. He as well just stepped out of the pits in the NSX with a fresh set of boots on as well. Can he bear that time? Donkey Chong still rolling on that first set. Holding 3rd though. Weeks still 4, 218.8. Okay, Battersby coming up to the line. He's not. He's thrown himself in the pits. Weeks does the same thing. Who else is near that start finish line? Hirokram, what are you going to put in? Doesn't matter, it's an outlap. 220.2 on his out then. So what have we got? 12 minutes. Oh, he's just going to see 2 laps then, Hirokram. He'll get one here. 3 minutes on that race timer. 2:18 laps. And he just sneaks second one in, depending on how they've got the lobby set up. So once the timer ticks over that 15 minutes, you can change the settings to give it 5-10 seconds time, or a minute and a half, or whatever. You might just have to leave it open until people finish this whole lap. Because actually, you know, if people cross the line at 14:59, you know, you're still waiting another 2 minutes 18 seconds after qualifying. So I don't know how they've got that set up. Find out, I suppose, when the 15-minute ticks over. Can you give them a fresh set of boots on board for him? The drivers opted for it late on then. Don's still in 9th in that Aston. He's not been able to push that thing any quicker. Oh, he cares. Battersby, he's ruined his... It is an outlap, so it has ruined his outlap anyway, but 3-second penalty, so he must have crossed the pit line on the way in or the way out. That's the only way you get a 3-second penalty smashed to you like that. Opportunity still then. For a front-wheel drive. Oh no, as again, I still don't know whether that Mazda that Mockin drives in race 2 is 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. So they do have to pick 2 cars for this season. Once they've made that choice, they have to stick with it. So whichever car you decide to use in race 1, round 1 is the car you have to use race 1 every week. Same for race 2, whichever car you decide to use for race 2, you have to use that car throughout the season for race 2 as well. What have you got, Fat Pickles? Let's stick with you. He's not been able to go quicker. Opportunity though, 14 minutes and 45 seconds, so 15 seconds actually left on the race timer. qualifying time. And Dylan now on his hot lap. Second penalty. He's not going to be able to better his time. Bit of a squiggle out of there as well. He's picked that up through the first turn as well. What a shame for Dylan. That's... Well, I suppose if he was an absolute stomper of a lap in, the 1 second penalty might not even come into play. We'll see. He's currently half a second quicker than anybody else on circuit. Fubuki, the next man's second place on the grid so far. Battersby, who was tucked right behind. Oh, sorry, no, it wasn't. It was Hirakram. There he is. Tucked right behind Fubuki. Getting a bit of a toe off of him down the bridge. Into the wall a little bit on the exit of that turn. Looking for a way past. That's not the place to be going for an overtake through there. This is where you should be doing it. Is that Donkey Chong with a penalty on board as well just there? No. But it has crossed the line then. Stays in third unless anybody else can go quicker. Hirakram during qualifying having a bit of a battle for that position. Benefit from a little bit of a toe off of Hirakram. In the final laps of both of them, neither of them holding penalties, so they'll be wanting to push as hard as possible. Keep down the hill then, final corner to go. Keep an eye on these two. Oh, Fubuki! Oh, both drivers getting a bit of a flap on through there, to be honest. He decides to cross the line backwards, and unfortunately for him, Hirakram has come across the line and taken that position off him. He slots himself into second position on the grid. These Citrons do seem to be pretty good in terms of these power tracks. Fubuki then ends up in third, still got drivers crossing the line. Donkey Chong gets pushed down to fourth, then Mocking Weeks takes fifth. Battersby drops himself in the pits, so he's going to come home in sixth. P. Gibbs seventh, Fat Pickles across the line, he's in eighth, and Don also across the line, so ninth for him. There we go, official results then. Dylan on pole position for race one tonight. Hirakram in second, Fubuki third, Donkey Chong fourth, Mocking Weeks in fifth, EKS Battersby sixth, P. Gibb in seventh, Fat Pickles in eighth, P1 Don in ninth. That is your lineup for race one. Yeah, the Citrons, especially being driven by Hirakram and Dylan, they just can't seem to put a foot wrong really in those things. And you'll even see in race two, you know, this is the Fusion lobby. This is the fastest of the fast, if you like, in the GTTCC. Even from the back in race two, these two just they've got something different in their brains. There's other fast drivers out there, but these two specifically, a lot of drivers can hang with them for a few laps, and then for some reason these two just are able to hang it out there and start getting off, even with worn tyres and things like that. Hopefully you'll get to see a bit of that tonight. Again, race two, they will start, well, if they win this race, they'll start from the back. Here it is then, race one just about to get underway. Dylan on pole in the Citroen. Second place is a Citroen as well for Hirakram. NSX of Fubuki in third. Fourth is Donkey Chong in the Lamborghini. Fifth is another NSX of Mocking Weeks. Lights go on then. Wait for these to drop and we'll get race one underway. Boom, there it is, and we're off then. Slots himself straight behind Dylan. Dylan chucks himself over to that right hand side to try and defend. Back over to the racing line. Oh, bat! I don't even know. Battersby just come through there like an absolute torpedo. completely taken out Hirakram. Damage at front and rear. Hirakram picked up a bit of damage on the front as well. Hold on. I should bloody hope so, hold on. Yeah, like I say, it was almost as if EK's Battersby forgot what brakes were. So look at the gap Dylan's got already. We're only just a third of the way around lap 1, 2.2 seconds. Donkey Chong then manages to grab second through the chaos. Fubuki follows him through for third. Mocky Weeks in fourth. Piling up down towards the exit of the bridge. Fubuki has a look at the inside. It's a tricky one that is. He's got the outside now running into this tight right. Right behind him, Mocky Weeks getting a good exit as well, but Fubuki's already got a wing up the inside of Mocky Weeks, Donkey Chong here. Might see him in that view. Still got the inside at the minute, has Fubuki. He's got the metal to hang on to it through here. Tiny bit of contact, but not intentional. Mocky Weeks nowhere to go. He's looking for a gap now between these two. Also Don making his way up the field as well into 5th from the back of the pack, actually off the line. The NSX is closing up on the Lamborghini. Down towards this final corner though. Donkey Chong holding his line through there, put his car in all the right places, but look at the speed Mocky Weeks has been able to carry through there. Fires past the pair of them. Gets himself now into second position. How long can he hold on to that one for though? Fubuki then up the inside of Donkey Chong again through turn 1. Lamborghini just able to keep the power on through there. Fubuki has to back off, otherwise he's going to end up taking himself and the drivers out. Puts himself back under pressure from Don then running up the hill. Fat Pickles and P. Gibb also looking for a way past. Bumper to bumper battle through there. Then Hirakram gets himself back past Battersby. Looks like Battersby's was obviously running a bit slower than Hirakram. Should have been given the place back anyway due to the fact that he actually torpedoed his way through turn 1. Again, didn't look intentional, but a little bit of chaos at the start, so we'll see how these two get on throughout the next 26.5 minutes. Dylan then says P1 in his name, and that's exactly where he is. 4.6 seconds up the road in the spaceship looking Citroen. But I told you it's a spaceship. It's just an absolute carbon fibre spaceship. Bonkers. So, a little bit of bumping and barging between Donkey Chong and Fubuki. I don't know if that was due to coming out of the corner, but P1 Don is able to fire his way past the pair of them, got himself into 3rd position. Battle between Fubuki and Donkey Chong, costing them both in. P. Gibb also took to right onto the back of Donkey Chong running up here. Fat Pickles a little bit off the pace at the minute, 1.5 seconds back in that Sirocco. Keeping himself out of the chaos up front, let them not crash into each other and send each other off track, and Fat Pickles will just drive his way through maybe. It's to 5.7 seconds down for Hirakram, and Battersby another 2.5 seconds down from him at the back. Look at this, nearly 5 seconds then for Dylan. Just going to end at lap 2. Meets into 2nd position, and also got a little bit of a gap, 1.2 seconds over P1 Don, so out of tow range from the drivers behind. But Fubuki, Donkey Chong, P. Gibb all pretty close together. The two Lamborghinis side by side into turn 1 now. Bit has to slot himself back in behind Donkey Chong. Fat Pickles makes up a couple of tenths on that fight. Battersby in the pits. What's he doing? Push their tyres. tyres, fresh set of mediums. What's he gone for? Oh no. He's pulled over on a set of softs. No idea what's going on there. Just making it look easy again. No one around him at the minute for Dylan. I think he's able to keep up the pace of that Citroen at the minute. 5 seconds down for Mocking Weeks in the NSX. Third place is another NSX of Fabuki. Gap starting to open up a little bit now then. Fabuki's managed to gain himself almost a second on Donkey Chong. Don drops back to 5th as well, so must have been off track somewhere. He's coming under threat from Fat Pickles. P. Gibb also drops back down to 7th, so position swapping all over the place in this mid-pack. Look, Hirokram, what was he before? 5.7 seconds behind, now 4.1 seconds, so is closing up. Should be able to get himself back involved in the battle, especially in that midfield pack. Be back on track now then. Long way down though, 50 seconds off the back of Hirokram, a full minute and 5 seconds off of race leader. There he is, Dylan. Citroen at the front, Citroen at the rear. I'm going to spend too much time looking at Dylan because it's boring with Dylan. Look at that, 3-way battle. Give me a bloody decent view, cameras. Oh, you see when it goes past a sign, it loses its mind. P. Gibb then gets the toe down the start-finish straight, ran all 4 wheels off the track, gets a penalty for it. There it is. Don't know why he's dropped back like that. You won't lose your penalty that way, but P1 Don goes through back into 5th then, and Fat Pickles 6th, 3 wide going through that turn. Gibb drops back down to 7th. There is Hirokram just in the background. You might just be able to see him coming around that apex. Just catch a glimpse of him. There he is in that great big Citroen. P. Gibb gets that corner wrong. He could be under threat here from Hirokram. There he is. He's got about half a second penalty he's got to lose. And there is Hirokram closing up on him. 0.6 seconds behind him, getting a good toe across the bridge as well. Gibb now falls off the drivers in front, so no toe for him. Now he's going to have Hirokram all over him on the exit this turn, but he decides to pull over anyway, I think, allow Hirokram just to come through. Gives Hirokram that place then. 7th then for Hirokram. P. Gibb drops into 8th. Still, drivers only way up the road for Hirokram, 2.3 seconds away. Really push this Citroen. Let's close these gaps back up then. Fat Pickles having a look. Fat Pickles at the inside. Easily done for the Sirocco. Chong back on the rear end of Fabuki for 3rd position. Oh, Fabuki. Most off track, good job, there's a bit of Armco there to catch you. Falls a little bit further off the back of Mocking Weeks, 1.5 seconds, sorry it was 1.6, but I think Mocking Weeks has dragged his car into the wall as well, that slowed him down. So little mistakes, just allowing these drivers to stick together. And all the time, Dylan is not making mistakes. 6.6 second gap then between himself and 2nd place. In that tow range for these 2 drivers. Again, a tiny little mistake will cost them. Donkey Chong all over the back of Fabuki. Wide lines, carry the speed through this right-hander down into the S. Got to get your braking right and your gears. Just get this thing controlled on the run into the bridge. There's that kink. Getting a tow across the bridge then. Donkey Chong closing back up on Fubuki, but able to make move into the exit of the bridge. Able to close up on him through the next couple of corners and go for a dive at the top of the hill into the right hand elbow, we'll see. He's not out of the woods yet. That NSX in front there is not too far off of Fubuki. Both of these drivers are slowly closing up then. Just 3/4 of a second between Fubuki and Mockin as well, so they're definitely within tow range. Anybody able to go for a move up the hill? Quite close enough. Donkey Chong not able to use that tow to his advantage because Fubuki's getting a little bit of a tow off of Mockin Weeks. Unfortunately not enough for him to then make the move. Third and fourth now back together for a little bit of a fight. Oh, Donkey Chong carrying too much speed through there. You can see that gap opening up. Just a little bit of tyre wear catching him out through there possibly. Still kicking off back here then. Fat Pickles in 6th, Hirokram. Sorry, Fat Pickles in 5th, Hirokram in 6th. Almost. Is he? No, Don's got 6. Hirokram is back into 7th. Can he carry the speed around the outside here on Don? Yes, he can. Look at that, the big white Citron. Employing all its thrusters and anti-grav technology in the spaceship and just carrying the speed around that corner to take 6 off of P1 Don. Still not quite out of it yet, 1.9 seconds back from Don. Battersby unfortunately still 49 seconds adrift from anybody. Managed to turn his car into a torpedo at turn 1. Back on here for second then. Fubuki, Mockin Weeks side by side coming across the bridge. Fubuki got a little bit of an advantage coming off the bridge and squeezes his way through into second. Fubuki's second then, Mockin Weeks third. And Donkey Chong gets himself back in tow range here. Not out of the fight yet then, even with that little mistake. Fat Pickles still holding 5th. Still got that big little scary spaceship with Hirokram closing up on him. From Don as well. Peaking forwards back a little bit more, 2.4 seconds back. It was 1.9 seconds last time we checked. Look at this, Dylan. It's disgusting. Someone put some weights in his car or something. 7.6 seconds up the road. Oh, there you go. There's the weights. There you go. There you go. That's what we needed. Slow him down a bit, get everyone back on his tail. So a little mistake there from Dylan. Slightly tight through the corner, car just let go. Gets adrift a little. Manages to keep it pointed in the right direction though. I bet his hands are all over the place on that wheel. Trying to keep that thing from going backwards. That could have been lead gone. There you go, that's how close they are now. 2.6 seconds behind him after that mistake. Again, the Citron's been quick, so they'll be able to close that gap up anyway, but if he'd have actually got it backwards, they might have been in front of him already. Donkey Chong having a look at Mockin Weeks then as they come onto the bridge. Yeah, Mockin still all over the back of Fubuki. Getting a good drive through there. Nobody to worry about behind for Donkey Chong. Carrying good speed then. Out to the left hand side, he'll have the advantage coming off the bridge. He's probably going to lose this position here. Backs off early. Can he get the switch back? No, can't carry the speed through. So Donkey Chong goes into third then. Mockin Weeks in 4th. Let's just see. what Dylan's doing up front. Yeah, so from 2.6 seconds, he's already got that gap to 2.9, so still finding time then in the Citroen with slightly worn tyres. Huracan is finally past Fat Pickles. That little Volkswagen seems to have been giving him a bit of trouble for a few corners. Now right on his tail, heading back up the hill, is the little Citroen, the little Volkswagen. Tempted to have a look up the inside there, Fat Pickles. So pushing the Citroen round here then. In 7th, P. Gibbet in 8th, and Battersby back in the pits. Looks like he's sitting the end of this race out. That's another 10th here then. Dylan doesn't get it backwards on that turn. 3.1 seconds lead. Fubuki still in 2nd then. Donkey Chong still in 3rd. Mocking Weeks still in 4th. Great big gap behind. Chong all over the back of Fubuki. Weeks just about half a second back, so not in any direct position to make a move on either of these two in front. Just needs to not let them escape, not drop that toe. That's what he's got to do for these two to battle it out. For Donkey Chong. Here the tyres just starting to screech, not able to carry quite as much speed around some of these corners. You can see that wiggle as they come onto that bridge. Donkey Chong going to go for the move. He's not close enough onto the exit of the bridge, but keeps himself bolted onto the rear end of Fubuki. Then 5.3 seconds down in 5th. Fat Pickles lost a bit of time to him now then, 1.8 seconds the gap. Still plenty of time between himself and Don, 2.6 seconds back for him, and P. Gibb another 3.8 seconds down in 8th. Again, Battersby just sitting the end of race 1 out. Looks like he's sticking around for race 2 though. Buki having to go defensive then. Lamborghini looking a little bit dangerous in the NSX's mirrors. Oh, Donkey Chong again goes for a little look around the outside of this turn. Oh, tiny bit of contact. Donkey Chong turned it in, and there was a Honda there, my friend. So that gives Fubuki a little bit of breathing room for a corner or two. He's got half a second over Donkey Chong. Weeks just keeping himself tucked into that rear wing of Donkey Chong for the time being. There is Huracan around that final corner, just 5 seconds back. There they are. Just going through turn 1 then, those boys. So pushing then this Citroen to close these gaps back up. 11 minutes left of race 1 here. Opening up at the back, opening back up at the front as well. The real action's right about here, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and it's soon going to be 5th with Huracan. It is only 4.6 seconds behind them now. Still absolutely nothing in it between these three. Buki still holds 2nd position, half a second quicker than half a second up the road from Donkey Chong. Donkey Chong's got himself a half a second gap between himself and Mockin. Pretty much where it's been. Position change here or there, they've pretty much been locked together for the entirety of this race so far. Everybody feathering the throttle through there, don't want to push it out too wide into that armour coat. Opens up a little bit of a gap, still not out of slipstream range of Donkey Chong though. Again, just getting to of the race really. 10 minutes left, tyres starting to give out. Drivers still under threat here, still trying to push these cars as hard as they can, but you will see one or two mistakes or tyres sort of letting go. Still in that second then. Dylan 3.7 seconds. Oh, there you go, a little twitch then from Fabuki. Donkey Chong's going to close right up on him coming down the start-finish straight. Still dragging Mocking Weeks along as well. There is Hirokram down to 4 seconds the gap, 4.1. 9 minutes left for Hirokram to really push this thing. The tyre wear showing up, everybody pretty much looking the same though. Not looking too bad, slightly better tyres. Under threat then, Donkey Chong and Mocking Weeks right behind him. Again, Hirokram just still finding time. Falls a little bit further back, 4.6 seconds. Don as well, 4.3 seconds back. Pete Gibb down to 3.4 seconds behind Don. And again, Battersby just sitting this first race out. This Dylan pulling more time, 4.3 seconds. Buki, Donkey Chong, Rocky Weeks still as they were. Ever closer, minute after minute, corner after corner. He's slowly gaining on these guys. He's got 7.5 minutes to try and make anything else of this race. Unfortunately got absolutely torpedoed by Battersby in turn 1. Lap 1, turn 1, so literally the first corner of the race. Battersby, I don't know. Most likely the brakes stopped working. No, Fabuki. Fabuki's had that backwards and some, drops himself all the way down to 5th. That puts Donkey Chong into 2nd. Mocking Weeks is still in with a chance here then. That 2nd position. That drops Hirokram into 4th. Again, while we were just looking at Hirokram, we saw Fabuki just getting himself back up to speed after a mistake. No, Fabuki. So again, little mistakes due to the tyre wear, still pushing these cars being so close together. And that's the result. Currently, he's got qualifying, so he took pole position in qualifying. He's got fastest lap here, 2:17.939, and he's certainly looking good for a win at the minute. 6 minutes remaining then. Switching, coming onto that bridge. Donkey Chong still under threat here from Mocking Weeks. 4 second in it between them, has been for about 5 laps now. Hirokram just 3 seconds behind him on the exit of the bridge. Fabuki trying to get himself back behind Hirokram, but out of the tow range at the minute. That's not going to help either. Sticks the front end of that car into the wall. 5.5 minutes remaining then. Dylan is just going to keep doing what he's been doing for the last 24.5 minutes. Finds a 10th over Mocking. Is treacherous Hirokram closing up on them. I think they're going to see 2 more laps here. in 3. Oh, he dips it into the wall on the exit of that final corner, slows him down a little bit. Plenty of room to play with for him. Monkey Weeks then all over the back of Donkey Chong coming out of the exit of that turn, slowly closing up and down the start-finish straight. He's going to make the move, has a little look. He was hoping Donkey Chong was going to go defensive, get a run on him on the exit of this corner. Look up the inside again. Donkey Chong just keeps it in the right position. There is Hurricane now 2.9 seconds behind them. These boys just keeping him at bay at the minute. Time yo-yo in about the 3-second mark, has done for the last lap or so. Again, Weeks trying to get his way past Donkey Chong here. Big kick on the bridge, boom, Donkey Chong's gone wide. Oh, he keeps it out of the wall, but he's not able to take advantage. Donkey Chong with 2 wheels on the grass there. Should have slowed him down really, but it looks like he just managed to keep the hammer down through there. Weeks all over the back of him on the exit of the bridge. Both drivers dragging the cars down the metalwork. Right behind him on the exit. A little bit too late there. On between these two, that's for sure. And again, they've just got to be careful that Hurricane doesn't come through. Again, the tyre wear just catching them out here and there. Managing to keep it ahead of Hurricane, with a couple of tenths on him actually. Level there for both drivers as it drops down the hill. 2 minutes remaining then, final lap coming up. Able to catch Dylan at the minute. He's now 5 seconds up the road in his spaceship. Donkey Chong clinging on to this second position. Everything he's got at the minute. Monkey Weeks piling all sorts of pressure on him for the last few laps. Can he get the move done? Hurricane then stays 3.2 seconds behind him. Hasn't been able to close that gap up. Buki still 1.6 seconds back, so he's hoping for a mistake in front from Hurricane. Might be able to regain a position. Fat Pickles in 6th, looks comfortable in that one at the minute. Don as well comfortable in 7th, although P-Gib has brought that time down to 1.1 seconds, starting to push in these last couple of laps then P-Gib. Dylan boring us all on that little driftathon round the final corner. Lovely Dylan, but the handbrake or something. Chong still under threat here then from Lockin. So let's see Monkey Weeks close up on Donkey Chong through this turn coming up. Just like that. Now, can he get the move this time? Donkey Chong gets a reasonably good exit. Getting ever so slightly closer, but I don't think it's going to be enough before this kink right. Don't know if he's carrying enough speed to get him coming back up the hill, is he? No, he's not going to do it. I don't think this goes for a mental out-braking manoeuvre. Unfortunately, not able to carry the speed through there, so has to settle for 3rd position, I think. So there it is, 30 minutes done and dusted. Final lap will show now then. Dylan will be the first one to cross the line and he will take that top spot. So good race from him, taking pole position in qualifying and just led from start to finish. So takes the win then. Donkey Chong does come home to take 2nd. Monkey Weeks comes home in 3rd. Hurricane 4th, 2.2 seconds behind these two in the end. Fabuki coming home in 5th, unfortunate for him. That 3/4 mark just caught him out and loses a lot of positions. Fat Pickles comes home in 6th, then Don comes home in 7th, and look at that P-Gib right behind him as they come across the line. In 8th, just 0.3 of a second back, and EKS Battersby again just finished this race off in the pits. There he is, again just making it look easy. Lap after lap, very consistent, a little bit of a wobble on lap 6. But stomped it really. You know, apart from those little mistakes, he's just kept himself out of danger. Admittedly, it kind of helped that Hirakram got torpedoed at turn 1, because Hirakram was right behind him. That mixes things up a little bit for race 2, so it's reverse grid race for race 2. I'm just going to put Hirakram midfield at the front almost, well, midfield at the back almost, but ahead of Dylan, so should be a good race between those two if Dylan can work his way past the other drivers. Again, different car though for race 2, so we'll see how they get on. We'll see some Ferraris, a couple more Astons, and a couple of Jaguars, Mazda, what else have we got? A McLaren that's rolling about for race 2 as well, so again they have to choose these cars before the season starts, and once they've made their choices they have to use the same car for race 1 every week and the same car for race 2 every week. Citroen spaceships, just I think because they're so wide, they're difficult to pass if you're on a skinny circuit. B, look at the width of them, they'll go around any track, you know, they're so wide, they've got really good handling. And they're quick as well, their top speed is pretty rapid. So they've got a little bit of a tweak for everything, those Citroens, they just seem to work, hence why you see a few of them in this lobby. And there it is, official results then. Dylan taking the win. Fastest lap as well, and that top spot in qualifying. So maximum points so far for him. Donkey Chong takes 2nd, then Mocking Week's 3rd. Hirakram unfortunately only taking 4th, but through no fault of his own. Fabuki taking 5th. Again, he was in 2nd, but that little mistake around the 3/4 mark just allowed Donkey Chong, Mocking Weeks and Hirakram to get past him. So unlucky for him. Fat Pickles 6th, Don 7th, and P Gib in 8th. And EKS Battersby again, I think just getting a little bit of the old guilt trip there. Oops. It was him that decided to turn his car into an Exocet missile and just torpedo Hirakram off at turn 1. So that's why you've seen him in the pits for most of this lap, or most of this race, because he's upset with himself, probably. We've all done it, EKS Battersby. We've all done it. Oh, what are you doing? Don't exit. How are we all tonight then, people? Like, I've got probably going to have like 25 minutes of yapping now. No, it won't be. It'll be about 5 or 10 minutes, but you know, you never know. At least some minutes of yapping. So you lot, fill up the chat and let me chat to you lot. And sub if you haven't, damn it. Click that sub button, please. Please, damn it. Or should that be damn it, please? I don't know. What's the 22:03? So 9 minutes of waffling. It does usually go quicker than you expect, but yeah, it always seems like a big chunk of time to be waffling nonsense. Reading the lobby chat, see if there's any sort of what's going on. Yeah, everybody's saying the braking was a little bit weird at that one for some reason. Not sure what's going on. But yeah, race 2 coming up, so it's going to be a reverse grid from race 1 results. No, that's not what you're meant to be doing. Smoker, come on. So, the backwards version of that is what you're going to see. Battersby up front, Dylan at the back. That's what we're going to be looking at for race 2. And again, we are changed to, where are we now? Watkins Glen short course. So we'll have a quick look around there. Let's get some nonsense on quickly. Do a bit of a lap then with P Gibb, why not? Good night as well, tricky. So into turn 1, 90-degree right. So a fair bit of undulation in this circuit as well. Downhill then, bit of a sweeping right left section. Can carry a fair bit of speed through this if you get it right. Can cause you all sorts of chaos if you get it wrong. Bit of a straight then. We'll stop in, come in. Get you braking right through this one as well. Can catch you out on the exit. Easy to run across that curve and on the right hand side. Penalty just about to lose then for P Gibb. You'll see 2 yellow markers on the outside of the circuit. There they are. When he hits those, the brakes will be applied for 105 second. There it is. Then he can get himself back to full speed. But it is usually on one of the faster parts of the circuit, which I'm not overly keen on. Did quite like the old system where you could just burn it off, you know, braking slightly early into a corner or something, as long as you didn't get in anybody's way and use yourself as a roadblock while you were losing that penalty. I had no problem with the old way of doing it. P Gibb, what are you in? The McLaren then for race 2. Hirakram in the Jag, so with a little half a second penalty there. Fubuki has gone for the Corvette for race 2. Dylan, Aston Martin for race 2 for Dylan. Pickles in the Bugatti Veyron. Monkey Weeks is sitting in a Mazda, not that you can see it. Donkey Chong, what were you driving this week? You're in the Jag, aren't you? And Don in a screaming Ferrari. That thing. I've raced that a few times in the GTTCC myself when I used to race. Do like that car. Donkey Chong with a set of medium tyres on. Gonna see him just have a few laps, a little bit of testing. Maybe see how they hold out, see how they speed-wise and cornering versus a set of softs. Obviously they won't be as quick as a set of softs, but they should last an entire race instead of being burnt out and throwing them off circuit near the end. Maybe you want to talk to me then? Alright, chat, alright. That's the way you're going to be. Donkey Chong. Someone's been taking out the cones already. So we've gone from Sainte Croix, one of the longest tracks on the game, to one of the shortest here. Not as short as some of the tracks we've seen. So Suzuka Short, which if anybody was watching the minis on Monday, awesome race one with the old 1965 minis. That, anybody wants to do a lobby of 1965 mini absolute chaos racing, count me in. I'll commentate over that all day long. That's enough for you, Donkey Chong. For race 2. Veyron sounds good as well. for those jinky cameras when it dives in and out of the circuit, like that, towards the car and out away from the car. Just as it gets close to the edge of the track, all these little bits of fence and posts and poles, the cameras are like a solid thing that you can't go through the poles and the posts and fences and stuff, so it pushes the camera back into the circuit. Stupid thing. Then a couple of minutes then before race 2 kicks off, first grid from race 1 again. Again, everybody in a different car for race 2. Same setup, half an hour, no nothing in terms of extra tyre wear or fuel or anything like that. It all stays the same as race 1. But again, they just have to jump into that second car option. Here finding all the penalties in this little practice session. Fabuki running a little bit wide through there himself. One of the corners you actually get away with not picking up a penalty. Depends on whether the game deems you as gaining an advantage. You know, if you cut that corner and keep your foot down and manage to sort of gain a 10th, then yes, dink, penalty, half a second minimum. And if you go wide on a corner and sort of keep the power down, depending on how much time you lose, it'll forgive you and not give you a penalty. Well, we hope anyway. Corners I think are the areas where you can pick up penalties if you get all 4 wheels off the circuit. Lucky Weeks just thrown up in the race then in the chats. Have a good race, so that sounds like we're just about to get race 2 underway here then. To this circuit, but enough to catch you out if you're not ready. So there is Battersby. What's he in for race 1? Oh yeah, he's in that is it Nissan 300 SX or something. But he does stick himself in pole then due to the fact that he didn't finish race 1. There we go then, race 2 underway. Battersby will start from everybody, I think. Towards turn 1 then, Battersby in the lead, P-Gib behind him. Fabuki all over the back of him coming into turn 2 though, nowhere for them to go. These kinks up the hill. Everybody get through there reasonably cleanly as well. That has been pushed out wide, Fat Pickles that's been pushed out wide a little bit. Dylan goes through, Hirokram goes through. Not able to squeeze a gap past Fat Pickles. Dr. Chong then sat at the back. Just be out in front then. He's got 1.2 second lead over P-Gib currently. P-Gib got a little bit of breathing room between himself and Fabuki. Fabuki back at the threat though from Don coming into this corner side by side through there. Win this one. Fabuki, I'm not sure if Fabuki got a little tap from Hirokram through there, which has pushed him a little bit deep into the corner. And Dom to go through. Fabuki still holding 4th though at the minute. Pickles back at the inside of Hirokram. He takes that 5th position, so after getting shoved off, not shoved off wide, but just having to take a slightly wider line through this corner coming up on this one. Just those cars on the inside coming around here. He had to go to the outside and lost a couple of positions, but he's pulled those back. Then into 6th, Hirokram 7th, Donkey Chong in 8th. Lucky Weeks now back of the pack in 9th. Still a train of drivers, nothing in between them. Battersby has gone from first to last. Don't know what happened there. But there he is, down in 9th. Bit of work to do then. 2.2 seconds off the back of Mocking Weeks. Pete Gibb then takes the lead of the race, and he's got a little bit of breathing room actually. 1.1 seconds between himself and Don, so he's not in tow range. Buki is all over the back of Don though. Closes up into the first corner. Going to be absolutely on it round Watkins Glen. There's only a couple of opportunities to go for the overtake. You've got to be absolutely on it and completely in the right position to be able to make those moves. Buki then in third, Pickles in fourth, Dylan fifth. Mocking Weeks, he's managed to get his way past Donkey Chong and actually had a look at Hirokran there. Master. To grab a full second penalty as well. He's going to lose that round here. It's going to drop him off the back of the field for sure. Let's just see how far back he falls. 3 of a second behind Mockin at the minute. He's got away with it. He's got away with it. He's going to have to lose that next lap. A little bit too close to the penalty zone to lose that on this one. So P. Gibb still leads then. He lost a little bit of that lead though. He's down to 0.8 of a second. Don in second, Buki still third, Fabulous in fourth. Dylan carries good speed through there, all over the back of Fat Pickles, actually at the inside already. So Fat Pickles pretty much what happened previous lap. A couple of drivers got past him unfortunately. There is Hirokran then, Dylan still side by side with Fat Pickles. Getting a toe off for Buki as well into this turn, but who's going to win out? It is going to be Fat Pickles that holds on to that fourth position. Dylan coming back at him up the, goes for a little bit of a switch back up the inside, doesn't work out. Big part of drivers here then for Buki. Fat Pickles, Dylan, Hirokran and Mocking Weeks all bolted together. Donkey Chong losing his penalty there then, but looks like he's already made a mistake somewhere else on track. He was already off the back of that packet anyway. And loses that second penalty. That drops him 3.5 seconds off the back of the field. And he's now got a mirror full of EKS Battersby. And a very fast banana. Top two then pull a gap for Buki's defensive manoeuvres. Have cost this pile their chase for those top couple of spots. 4 seconds back off of Don at the minute. Don just a 0.5 of a second off the back of P. Gibb. Still a bit of work to do, but slowly closing in on that top spot at the minute, Don. Pickles coming under all sorts of threat from Dylan, but he's managed to carry good speed through there, all over the back of Fubuki. Also carrying good speed through there. These 5 drivers pretty much neck and neck. Mocking Weeks now with a second penalty. It's a little bit too close to that penalty zone to lose that one as well. Some view of this battle here then. There is Fubuki up front. There is Picklesbro right behind him. Dylan, Hirokran are on board with Mocking Weeks. Chong way off this fight now. Weeks giving Hirokran a little nudge down the road to try and close that gap. Oh, a little bit of Constantina bumping though between them. Weeks wanting to do that a little bit late on that straight. Harm done though. A little bit of gap opens up between himself and those 4 drivers in front. He should be able to pull that time back. So it's Fat Pickles now trying to look around the outside. Look at this, everybody having a go at Fubuki. We're on board with Dylan. Oh. Oh no, what a shame. What a shame. I know what's happened there. Oh. Fat pickles, bro. Unfortunate, mate. Unfortunate. Kind of, sort of, maybe a racing incident. There wasn't any malice in that at all. It's just drivers looking for position. Fat pickles trying to get himself back into the best line for the corner and just had that rear wing tagged. Was able to upset his car a little bit coming into the turn. He wasn't able to make the apex. He had to run himself off wide. And now all the way down in ninth, 4.8 seconds back from Hirakram. Hirakram also now with half a second penalty as well. And Battersby all over Donkey Chong, taking that position off him. Change then. Don into the lead of the race. Pete Gibbs got it wrong somewhere. Dylan goes through then, I think, should be able to carry the speed down here. And is into that second position then before this bus stop. Pete Gibbs third, then Mockingbirds up into fourth position. Fubuki in fifth. Battersby in sixth. Donkey Chong seventh. Oh, Mockingbirds gets the chicanes wrong. He's now fired himself off circuit down to seventh. He goes. Hirakram goes firing through. Driftertrons across the track. Trying to gather that Jaguar back up. He's coming into the penalty zone as well. Excuse me. Brakes on. Penalty lose. Lost then. Fat Pickles a little bit close. Doesn't lose his penalty. Has got himself back involved in this fight. Just 1.5 seconds off the back of Hirakram now. P1 Don with a great big gap. Look at this, 2.3 seconds. All that chaos behind. He's just opened up the pack. So stuck a great big can over everything and just wound it open. Dylan second then. Pete hanging on to third with a bit of a gap back to Fubuki then. 2.8 seconds. He's under no direct threat at the minute either. 1.6 seconds back to the banana of Battersby. Donkey Chong in sixth, trying to hold on to the rear end of that car as well. Just 0.9 of a second back. Mockingbirds getting that chicane section wrong, or bus stop section wrong, sorry. Drops himself down to seventh. Hirakram also getting it wrong somewhere. Drops himself down to eighth with a half a second penalty to lose. Same for Fat Pickles, second penalty to lose, but he is closing up on Hirakram. Let me just have a look here. Yes, I didn't check. This is the first time I've had a look. Donkey Chong did decide to come out on mediums look for race 2. So, well, 10 minutes in, very, very small amount of wear on those. Look at Mockingbirds behind him, big chunk of wear on those fronts. Hirakram from the left showing all sorts of wear. Bit on Fat Pickles as well. So 20 minutes left of this race. Is everyone's tyres going to hold out? Has Donkey Chong made the right choice by sticking the mediums on? Answers in the chat. I think he might have played a bit of a blinder. Again, only 10 minutes on. There's a fair amount of tyre wear showing. Third position, not letting Dylan escape. Battersby loses his penalty just as he was on the move to go for Fubuki. So loses that, what was it, second and a half. That allows Donkey Chong to come back through. He retakes fifth then, Battersby sixth. Weeks 7th, now 2.8 seconds behind Battersby without penalty loss. And Hirakram pressing 3.6 seconds behind Mockin. He's got a Fat Pickles behind him, 1.4 seconds back. So the field opened up then, not a lot of actual bumper to bumper racing to look at. Dylan and P. Gibb pretty much being the closest two, I think. Were right together. That's why I couldn't see them. So Donkey Chong under threat for that position from Battersby. Again, that Nissan just carrying all sorts of speed. John just hangs on to that fifth though, but Battersby piling the pressure on him. Swoops his way past Donkey Chong. Anything Donkey Chong could have done about that? That's Nissan just seems to carry that little bit of extra speed down the straights. Does sound with the Veyron. Sounds different, just sounds different to everything else, as does this thing. Lots of noise. To the bus stop then for Don. He's got himself 2.5 seconds lead. Pete Gibb has managed to get himself back past Dylan. Dylan's found himself off track somewhere, or he's made a mistake, managed to pick himself up half a second penalty, which you can see he's going to lose any second. Car dip. To reply, gap stretching up to 1.3 seconds between Dylan and P. Gibb then. Keep fourth in the clear at the minute. 1.5 seconds back to, 1.3 seconds back to Donkey Chong. Sorry, 1.3 seconds back to EKS Battersby. 1.6 seconds back to Donkey Chong. And all my numbers back to front then. Mockingweeds then hanging on to 7th, 2.1 seconds back from Donkey Chong. There is Hirakram slowly and surely closing up on him, 3.3 seconds back. And again, Fat Pickles, just 1.2, slight mistake from Hirakram in front, could give him that position. So for every evening, brother, evening. Racing in GTTCC, one up. Give then. Not closing up on Don, but he is pulling away from Dylan. Dylan finds himself with another half a second penalty, he loses then. Drops him even further off the back of P. Gibb, 2.5 seconds. Now Battersby all over the back of Fabuki for fourth. Again, this Nissan just seems to be carrying some speed somewhere. Look at this. Look how easy it is. Got an extra gear in that car. Keane trying to hold it around the outside. It wasn't to be though. He finds himself with a half a second penalty then for all four wheels off the track. Easily done here then at Watkins Glen. With that half a second penalty, could give Donkey Chong a little bit of a look. He's still 2 seconds back at the minute. Weeks too far back to gain anything from that penalty loss, but giving somebody else to have a little bit of a chase at. Cram brings that time down again, 2.4 seconds. Pickles still hanging on in there, 1.3 behind him. Up front, Don has actually lost a bit of time. Pete Gibb has found his feet here in the McLaren. He's been pressing that thing, closing up on Don, got down to 1.8 seconds. Again, absolutely mirror free now in terms of Dylan. Almost 3 seconds back for those penalties. I'm not sure where he's been catching them, probably through that turn there. Way past Fabuki, 2 seconds already, 3.6 behind Dylan. Into 6th then, Donkey Chong in, Fat Pickles in 7th, Donkey Chong 8th. Hirakram in the pits, fresh set of boots on for him then. Chong out on those mediums, but he's just put himself in the wall, so he's got a little bit of front end damage to deal with for the next couple of corners. Oh, it's repaired itself already. There is Hirokram. Oh, Hirokram back out the pits already with a 1 second penalty. Fresh set of tyres to play with though. Just under 13 minutes left of race 2. Dom is slowly but surely being closed up on. Pete Gibb got that down to 1.5 seconds now. Again, big chunks of tyre wear. Look at Dylan's front left, absolutely battered, over half wall. Softs of Battersby not looking too bad at all. Fubuki's front left as well. A little bit of extra wear on that. Mocking Weeks could be screaming out to be changed. Pickles in 7th then. Again, no tyres swapped for him. Still on those softs from the start of the race. Donkey Chong on the mediums. Again, not as quick as everybody else, but coming to the road. Closer to the end of the race, we'll see Hirokram then. 19 seconds down from anybody else on circuit, but fresh tyres to push. Just holding his own at the minute. Pete Gibbs not been able to bring that time down. He's keeping himself safely ahead of Dylan. Dylan though, on the other hand, is coming slowly but surely under more and more threat from EKS Battersby. That gap down to 2.2 seconds. As I say that, it drops to 2 seconds and drop it. Fastest lap there for EKS Battersby, 1:13.383 on the clock. He'd already just put in the fastest lap on lap 12 as well with a 1:13.420. Tyres going to last another 11 minutes. That's pretty much the same for all of those soft tyre drivers except Hirokram, who's pit. The Ferrari not looking too bad to be honest, less than half worn on that front left. Gibbs just hitting that halfway mark on the front left. Tyres might be a little bit too late though. He's still closing up on him. Gets the gap down to less than a second now as we hit the start finish straight again for start of lap 17. Fubuki, a little bit of an empty track in front and behind for him. Same for Mocking Weeks. He has got Fat Pickles slowly closing up, 2.3 seconds behind him. Chong another 4 seconds back on those mediums. Hirokram gains 3 seconds on Donkey Chong with those fresh softs. Runs a little bit slow through there, does Don. Loses a tiny bit of time on the run into that bus stop, but gains it back on the exit, drops to about just under 1.3 seconds. Through that bus stop, but he doesn't pull that time back on the exit. It's moving to 1.6 then. Dylan then in 3rd under pressure from Battersby. Nissan looking really fast in the GTTCC. Side by side, nowhere for Battersby to go through here. Should get a good run, and there it goes. Already peels out to the left, to the right hand side. Have a look at Dylan. Dylan 4th then. Tyres looking really good on Battersby's car to be honest. Now he's got 4 seconds between himself and Pete Gibb. Pete Gibb actually found himself with a ½ second penalty as well, so that's going to help out Battersby. It's also going to help out Don in front as well. penalty zone then. Let's see what the gap is. 3.8 between himself and Battersby. Loses that penalty now. Let's watch how quickly that drops. So although we had a half a second penalty, it's gone down to about 2.8 seconds. So losing a full second then, P. Gibb with that penalty loss. Done then. Gets a little bit of breathing room as well. 2.4 seconds between himself and P. Gibb with that penalty. Excuse me, Battersby doing well in that Nissan. Ended up at the back of the pack and has just fought his way back through. Dylan trying to do anything he can in the Aston at the minute, but that tyre is just telling him no. Fabuki in 5th, comfortable at the minute. Fat Pickles in 6th. Still got Donkey Chong not too far behind him, just 4 seconds. Weeks finds himself in the pits now at the 23-minute mark. There he is, just able to get back up to speed, and going the wrong way. And there goes Hirokram through to take that position off him. 8th place for Hirokram then, Mocking Weeks 9th. So yeah, tyres just catching everybody out here on the softs at Watkins. Wrong, doesn't seem to have been the case that Donkey Chong's choice for mediums has worked out either. He's still in 7th. Okay, he's ahead of Hirokram and Mocky Weeks because they've been in the pits, but it's not over yet. 6 minutes remaining, and it's still going to get worse for these drivers up front. Still happen here. Don then leads then 2.1 seconds over P. Gibb still. We have 6 minutes remaining. To the bus stop. Looks like they get away with it. 4 wheels off the track there, but look at this, Battersby just 2.6 seconds behind them now. Ever closer. Can he get that Nissan further up the order? Dylan's not let him fully escape yet, although that front left is going to cause him all sorts of problems in these last 5.5 minutes. Empty track behind him. Fat Pickles 6.3 seconds back. Donkey Chong's mediums not able to cut it then. Still 4 seconds behind Fat Pickles. Hirokram is bringing that time down, but I think it's going to be a little bit too much for him to regain any positions. 14.4 seconds behind behind Donkey Chong. Monkey Weeks actually 2.5 seconds behind him. Fresh set of boots as well. They'll start piling the pressure on Hirokram in these last couple of laps then. Battersby closing up on these two then. The gap's down to just over 2 seconds. There. Half decent shortcut though. Penalties, so you're about to take them on you. So Don leads then. What have we got? 4 minutes left. Gibb just hanging on to that second. EKS Battersby going to be all over the back of him though in the next few corners. Pulling away from Dylan as well. Nothing he can do with his tyres. Just having a little race all on his own at the minute. 7.7 seconds in front of Dylan and 6.5 seconds back to this man Fat Pickles. Donkey Chong in his mediums in 7th, still pretty much 4 seconds behind him. Hirokram makes up another couple of seconds on Donkey Chong, but again not going to be enough before the end of the race. Monkey Weeks brings that time down half a second on him as well. Hirokram came in quite early on, swapped his tyres, and now that could be catching him out fair amount of wear on those soft tyres, and a penalty to lose as well. That's going to bring Mockridge right into the fold then. Half a lap before we see that happen, so we'll carry on flicking through. Dom still leading, staying pretty consistent, but this man on the corner, just making that Nissan grip. And he is closing up on P-Gib, well within tow range now, coming off the start-finish straight. So 2.5 minutes remaining. P-Gib might be lucky, he's going to be very lucky if he hangs on to this position. I don't think Battersby's got the pace to get past P-Gib and close up on P1 Don and make the move on him before the end of the race. Just 2 minutes remaining. All over the back then at the minute. Here is P-Gib. Battersby just 0.4 of a second behind him. Of a second back. So again down towards this final corner. Going to run on the exit. Time still coming down. P-Gib doing anything he can to hang on to this second position. Speed up the inside though. Breaks P-Gib, and in 2 seconds he goes. P-Gib in third. Close up on P1 Don here. We've got 1 minute left on the race timer. Ooh. Will they see one more lap after this? They might, you know. Still don't know whether he's close enough to have a go at Don though. P-Gib still filling his mirrors a little bit on the run into the bus stop. Going to tell him no around some of these corners. The Nissan's just been whispering to those pretty much the entire race. Just over that half mile mark on the front left. 20 seconds left on the race timer, but they are going to hit the line before then. All-out push then for Don to try and hang on to this lead of this race for this final lap. He has got Battersby still closing up on him, 1.3 seconds back. Nice clean lap from Don is all we'll need for him to secure the win, I think. So timer ticks over. Fubuki does take the first of the positions, comes home in 5th, then Fat Pickles takes 6th. Donkey Chomp takes 7th. Mocking Weeks is going to come home in 8th. He did manage to get his way past Hirokram then. Those are fresher tyres just helping him out. Hirokram's penalty not helping him out. And he also takes half a second penalty across the line as well then. Mocking Weeks in 8th. Hirokram in 9th. Don then still holding on to the lead of this race. Battersby less than a second behind him. 2 more corners to go. Up into the left-hander. Carries good speed through there every time. Battersby, what can he do down this start-finish straight? All over the back of the Ferrari coming out of that final turn. But it is going to be Don that takes the win. He shakes his head, says, no, Battersby, I'm holding on to this one. So he does take the win in race 2. Then Battersby comes home in 2nd. P-Gib will take 3rd and Dylan will take 4th. Yeah, that Nissan, it's just rapido. Absolutely insane how quick that thing is compared to everything else on track. But there it is. Don taking the win in race 2 then. The anime livery. So that's it for the evening, people. 2 races done. Yeah, that Nissan just seems to have something else, and it's rapid. Its tyres don't wear out for some reason, Surfer. I don't know what's going on with it. But yeah, that's it for tonight. No more racing for you guys. You've had your fill. But I am back on Sunday night for the next round of P1 Boys and their Renault Megane Trophy League. So I think that's round 5 we're at now on Sunday night. That's going to be 9 o'clock. Back on Monday night as well, 8:30 for round 2 of the Mini Martini League. So if you haven't seen that one, please go and check that out after you finish watching this race. So Monday night, it was basically my stream before this one. First race, absolutely brilliant. Those 1965 minis, I would cover those all day, every day. They're just fantastic to watch and commentate over, and I'm sure they are good to race in. So, but yeah, please go and check that out if you can. So that's 8:30 on Monday. And then we've got the final round of this, same time, same place next week. Again, if you looked at my Facebook page, I got it a little bit wrong and thought this week was... Tell your mum, well done, surfer. Well done, getting in there early. Thank you, sir. Where was I? What was I talking about? Yes, final round of GTTCC next week. And then when this finishes, I think the following week we're going to kick off with a new P1 league on the Thursday at 9 o'clock as well. I think that's going to be a supercar league. So that should be pretty good as well. So that will be Monday nights for the minis. Thursday nights in a couple of weeks' time for the supercars. Still one more round of this next week on Friday nights. And Monday night, 8:30 for the minis. Again, if you get a chance, please go and watch that my previous stream of... the DSC or DMK Mini Martini League. It's just something else. Those minis are just something else. So yeah, that's what we've got coming up. Sunday night 9 o'clock, Monday night 8:30. Next round of this on the final round of this Friday at 9 o'clock next week, and supercars the following week on Thursday at 9. But that's it from me, people. I hope you've liked what you've watched, and if you have, make sure you do what Surfer Ev's done. I'm sure he's probably told a couple of his mates, but most of all, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.